Hey, it's Kelsey, and just a quick heads up, we recorded this episode with a completely new setup and ended up filming completely out of focus, so the quality of this episode is a bit blurry. We're so sorry about that, but without further ado, thanks for tuning in and let's get right into this episode. Hope y'all enjoy.
I bluntly...
You got quiet.
Yeah.
You get quiet. We're on FaceTime and it's dark. I remember it was dark. I was laying on my bed. I was like this, like looking up in my bed. And I remember my legs were up on the wall too.
I was like pre-qualifying her. That's a funny thing. I was like, so Kelsey, what do you want in a relationship?
Oh my god, yeah, you were asking
I was just
me.
making sure that like what you really wanted was what I wanted and what I valued in life. So I was asking like,
oh my gosh,
Kelsey,
you have like a that's
like,
so creepy.
It's not like I had a plan. It's just that's how I thought, and like I was just pre-qualifying for it to make sure that she's the right, just like when you go get a loan, you don't just go to different like you go to different banks and you make sure you get pre-qualified here, give you the best rates, right? So I'm doing the same thing with Kelsey. Like, is she the match? Is she the right one?
He really did that though. He really did that.
Yeah, I asked the question. I was like, Kelsey, do you want to be my girlfriend?
Okay.
All right, guys. All right. If you guys haven't, check out part 1 because we're gonna talk. We talked about how we first met each other,
and now we're getting to the juicy. Like, this is the part where I don't know anything, but apparently Justin knows. Like, this is where we had an after party after prom, and it's been a day now, and this is where the ball is like literally rolling in our right minds, right?
Yeah.
To getting to like know each other, but I have no idea. Like, I forgot everything. My brain just, I don't know. But Justin knows, and this is a whole new thing for me too.
Yeah, so we're going to continue on the story. So if you haven't watched part 1, we explained that we got a new setup.
Yeah.
And
welcome to the Unfiltered Couple Show.
Yes, welcome back, guys,
I'm
if you
Kelsey.
haven't. And I'm Justin.
And yeah, this is just a part 2 of our story. And part 1's already out.
Yep, so let's get on with the story. Okay.
So after prom.
Yes, so after prom, Kelsey goes home. Amon takes her home. Shout out to Amon. I go back home, and I drive back home. And then from there, obviously when you have someone wearing your clothes, also, guys, if you don't know what's going on, check part 1 out first, because then you'll understand. Yeah, you're not gonna understand.
And I don't want to repeat everything.
Yeah. So, obviously, you wake up the next day and you're like, huh. You sort of be like, because you don't just give your clothes to someone random. You know what I mean? Like, you have to like sort of be open to it, to be like, hey, you can wear my clothes for a day. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just give random people your clothes, right? So it's like. Like I started catching a little bit of feelings for you.
Really? Just because of that?
Not that, just because we had such a we were like talking throughout the day, and I got to know you more and more and more, right? So
guys, girls, steal the man's clothes. Pro tip. And they'll be thinking about you all night.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, it's like from the day I met you on date, like from the prom to the night of prom, it's like I slowly got to know you. It's like, like indirectly having a date, like a first date with that person for like over the day. And like I got to know you better than anyone else could. Do you know what I mean? Like if I just went on a first date with you, right? I wouldn't really get to know you, right? I'd only get to know the first date of you, and then you have to go on to a second date, third date, fourth date, right?
Yeah.
But because I saw you throughout the whole day, I got to see you basically.
You had more time with me. Like a date is only like, you would think like a dinner date is like 2 hours or so.
Yeah, but I got to see you for the whole day and experience who you are and your attributes, I guess you can say, right?
Were they good?
Yeah, I mean, if I was talking to you, obviously I won't talk to people that's like that I don't want to talk to, you know? So it was like...
So, yeah, I had your clothes. See, like, this is so new, and I'm like... Because you've never told me this before,
Yeah, so...
He never talks about this kind of stuff.
Actually, it's so interesting because I remember vividly trying to text you and call. It was so... Okay, so... you guys don't know, but after prom, Kelsey's and Decca... So after prom, she actually had a DECA, what do you call it? A DECA.
We had like a DECA trip to
A DECA trip.
Anaheim, California, and we like flew our school's
California.
DECA all the way to California, and we went to Disney World.
Right.
I love DECA. It was like a part of me.
Yeah, and the thing is, I had no idea because when she left, it's not like I was texting her, this and that. It was just out of the blue, I wanted to text her. So obviously, it wasn't the day after prom. I think it was 3 or 4 days after prom.
So you had to let it simmer.
Yeah. And then you had left, but I didn't know, right? And California to Georgia is 3 or 4 hours behind us.
Hours,
right?
yeah.
3 hours behind us. And so I had texted, you know what's funny is I remember when I first texted you just to say hi. Excuse me, I got a burp.
This just tells you guys like how oblivious I was at the time of this situation. Like I had no thought in my mind of him,
Well,
but apparently
here's the thing.
he did.
Men start relationships. Like if the man doesn't want the girl, then a relationship doesn't happen, right? Well, in my opinion. Or it doesn't have to be a man, but in perspective of heterosexual.
Yeah.
But
one person.
So basically I was the plan maker of the relationship.
Yeah,
but
I had no
Kelsey
idea.
doesn't know because
just
whatever
like-
happened in my head, she didn't know because she didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I'm going on my trip now. Yay!
Yeah. So she was on her trip, and I was upstairs in the room. Okay.
Upstairs where?
Upstairs. That was actually my room back then.
Oh, you're talking about your house?
Yeah, in the house
okay,
upstairs.
Okay. You gotta say your house.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about
It's
school.
falling apart. Anyways, yeah. So there, I had texted you, right? I was like, "Hey, Kelsey, how you doing?" Send, right? But the thing is, you weren't even in DECA. You were at Disney World doing your own little thing, right? And remember, we're 3 hour.
I remember.
We're 3 hour shift difference. So I think I texted you right after school, but you were in Disney World, so you were busy and you were out of battery, right? So as I was texting you, you were still texting me back. We were just texting at that point.
I don't remember texting you. What did I say?
I don't know. I wish we had our text, but anyways, she was at Disney World and she was having fun. She was riding rides and this and that, and then. She was running out of battery. She was running out of battery, right? And I was we were still texting. We were pretty much like texting back and forth. And then I told her, "Hey, can we FaceTime?" Right? That's what I texted you. And then you were out of battery, remember? And you're like, "Okay, hold on." And you borrowed a teacher, your DECA teacher's battery pack, remember? And you put it into your phone, and then you FaceTimed me. Do you remember that?
Was I at the park?
Yeah, you were at the park.
In the middle of the park? I FaceTimed.
It was like nighttime or whatever, and you took the battery pack from. Yeah, and then you plugged it into your phone, and then you FaceTimed me. And you said,
I remember
"Hey,
that.
yeah, right." But then, while we were texting, right? Remember, your friends at DECA were like, "Who are you texting?" Blah 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 blah. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, "You still haven't gotten the greens out of your teeth." By the way. Anyways.
Ignore that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I kept texting you. You FaceTimed me, right? And then we only FaceTimed for like 2-3 minutes just to say hi.
Right?
Yeah, you were at the park. We just said hi to each other and we ended, right? And then we just continued texting from there, right? And then you went back to your hotel room, and then I think we FaceTimed again. Where you're like, "Oh, let me get away from my teacher and blah blah."
Yeah, because we had to share rooms.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
like,
So
my
you were in
friends.
the hallway. Yeah, you were in the hallway. Do you remember?
Guys, so if you don't know, we just set up our lights, so like there's like things are falling and we're hearing it. But anyways,
Oh my gosh! Like
okay.
I need to do a better job. Obviously, I'm not a handyman, but
we need to stick up the lights better.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I guess I remember. You're telling me this.
She doesn't. I remember because I was the one waiting for Kelsey. Like she was having a blast of her time. She was on rides. She was doing at Disney. She was doing whatever she was doing at Disney. But for me, I was sitting waiting for her messages because I wanted to read what she was saying. I wanted to get her to know a little better because I sort of had feelings for her, right? So we start.
I obviously didn't at that
Yeah,
time.
so we were texting like, "What are you doing? This, blah blah blah." You know what you do, right? And I wish we had the text. I swear I think I can find the text. I think it's on my computer. It's saved on my computer. If I scroll all the way back, I'm pretty sure I can find
3 years worth.
I don't know. I probably can find it. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But
So we were texting back and forth, and that was that.
we were texting back and forth. We were texting back and forth, and then, you know, obviously you were coming back from California, right? And then, you know, we're doing our day, you know, going to school, whatever. And then you came back to Georgia, and we actually started FaceTiming. You know, we started talking, and then at night we would FaceTime, right?
Yeah, some of those went till like 3 a.m. 4
Yeah, we
a.m.
would talk, and then we would FaceTime, talk and face, and it was like a spark, you know, like when you guys are, I don't know, if you guys have never been in love, it's that spark that like makes you happy. It's weird. It makes you happy, and you like
Get butterflies.
don't want yet. I don't know. I don't like that analogy, but anyways, like it makes you feel happy, and you want to be with that person. You just want to like listen to them, just talk to them, because like you guys. The thing is, we were so relatable. Whatever, like it was so weird because you know how they say like love at first sight, but it was a little weird because like whatever she liked, I liked, and you know like the thing just, you know, our chemistry was a little weird. It like clicked, like we could read our own minds. It was like. It was weird, like I don't know how to explain it, but like
agree with that too.
that was also another reason that I was like, hey, this relationship is actually, it might work, because like things like whatever she thought, like I was thinking at the same time. And it was sort of weird. I don't know. It was like we had the same thought, and it's a little weird. Do you remember?
Yeah,
and we
well,
still do now, but it's so natural for us. Like when she's thinking about something, I already know. Like when she's smiling, I already know. And we already know what's going on. It's so weird. And like whatever she's thinking, if she's quiet, I know what she's thinking. And it was so weird that like I was like, wait, this relationship's different. You know, like we know each other way better than we thought, and it was like weird to us. It was like we were sidekicks on each other, right? And so that made us more like engaged and this and that. We literally FaceTime literally from night to like 5 a.m. And then wake up at 6 and go to school, and then meet each other at school, and then FaceTime, and then sleep at 4 a.m. and then wake up at 6. Like when you guys find that person, right, which, you know, won't be the first time or the second or third, but when you meet that person that you know that is like the same person as you have the same like not
like
features,
for us, it was
but
like he was an only child, I was an only child. Like,
yeah, it was like
I had these
everything.
values, and he valued that.
Yeah,
know?
like we
and
talked about our values and stuff, and like everything was so similar. It was so like we said like you're like me, but in a girl version.
Yeah, like,
it was so
like
weird.
You're my guy version. Like if I was a boy, that would be you.
Yeah, and it was like we were in different bodies, and it was just like she was me in a different body, and that's why we actually got to know each other way better than most people would say, because no, I think it's good.
Okay. Sorry, there is like a sign on our camera, but yeah.
Yeah, but like we got to know each other so well because it felt like we knew each other already. You know what I mean?
It was so weird. Like it's so weird, guys. Like
I don't know how to describe it to you guys, but it's like imagine having a same person as you, but a girl version of you.
I don't know, but it's like so weird because it's like, you know, I've never dated anyone besides you, and you say that you've never dated anyone besides me, and it's like hard to believe that of each other, but like how we met each other and how everything just like aligned so well as our first girlfriend and boyfriend was so weird.
Talk closer to the mic.
So weird.
Yeah, it was
like creepy weird, because you know some people go through many like different relationships to find that person, and it's like for us, you know, we can't tell the future, but it was just everything clicked all at once, and it was our first boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah, it was so crazy. And the thing is like it came to the point where like we wanted to, well, I don't know about you, but I wanted to continue the relationship. Like more than just friends, more like we wanted to be with each other. I mean, you probably did too, because that's why you said yes.
Oh, we still need to talk about
Yeah.
how it got to BS.
Okay, anyways,
Which I remember.
we literally did the same thing where we FaceTime, because I had tennis at school and I also coached during high school, so I was pretty busy myself.
I also had taekwondo.
Yeah, so
too,
we were obviously
competitively,
yeah,
so-
so we went to school. You know, I did my extracurriculars. Kelsey did her extracurriculars. We came back home, we washed up, and while we're doing homework, we would FaceTime. And then when we go to bed, we would FaceTime. And then
It's like
till
you
we
just can't
sleep.
get enough of each
Right,
other.
and it was like it was different. I mean, it's that feeling in your gut where it's like, oh my god, it's like a natural thing that we should be together. And then the way that I asked her out was so weird
It was
because
so weird. I remember this one.
it was like 3 a.m. at night.
Yeah, I remember from here. I remember too.
yeah.
So you say your part and I'll say my part.
It was like 3 a.m. at night, and obviously, we were talking, and it got to the point where I was like, you know what, like, cause I was thinking in my head, like, should I ask her out at school or should I go ask her out? Like, how should I ask her out? I'm like, man, F this. Like, I'm not thinking anymore. You know, I was just like, you know, like,
And I could tell you weren't thinking.
yeah, it's just like YOLO. You know, you're in the heat of the moment. You're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, and then. Bluntly, right? It got quiet, so I bluntly.
You got quiet.
Yeah.
To get quiet. We're on
Bluntly.
FaceTime and it's dark. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
it was dark. I was laying on my bed. I was like this, like looking up in my bed. And
Yeah, I was-
I remember my legs were up on the wall too.
And the thing is, I was like pre-qualifying her. That's a funny thing. I was like, so Kelsey, what do you want in a
Oh
relationship?
my god. Yeah, you were asking
I was just
me.
making sure that like what you really wanted was what I wanted and what I valued in life. So I was asking
Oh
like,
my gosh,
Kelsey,
you have like a That's
like,
so creepy.
it's not like I had planned. It's just that's how I thought, and like I was just pre-qualifying for it to make sure that she's the right. You know, just like when you go get a loan, you don't just go to different loan. Like you go to different banks and you make sure you get pre-qualified here, give you the best rates, right? So I'm doing the same thing with Kelsey. Like, is she the match? Is she the right
he
one?
really did that though. He really did that.
Yeah. So basically, I asked her some
remember
questions.
these
I asked you like
questions.
4 or 5. I was like, Kelsey, what do you want in a relationship, right?
My answers were like, yeah, no, yeah.
So I was like, Kelsey, I don't want a short-term relationship. I really want a long-term relationship. This and that, blah blah. And she was like,
And I was like, yeah, I do too.
yeah. And I don't know if she was saying it because she was saying it, or I would put her on the
No,
spot.
I didn't know where you were going, but you were asking me all these like hardcore questions.
I know. And the thing is, I could tell from her end, like she was feeling a little nervous.
Yeah.
You're feeling nervous. I know. I
I'm
knew it.
feeling right now, like thinking about it.
And then I asked the question. I was like, Kelsey, do you want to be my girlfriend? Right? I asked her that question, right? Oh my god, we're out of battery. Okay, guys, we'll be back really quickly.
my
Oh my gosh, we're out of
gosh.
battery. Okay, hold on, guys.
Never ending.
Gosh, that's the juicy
Okay.
part.
Okay.
We'll be back. Bye, guys. Okay,
Bye.
give us a second.